This video is to show you how to enter a paper faxed application into the system using Leads, and this will help us with our reporting to know how many applications were started and then how many were finished. So what we want to do is we want to create a new lead. And so I added leads to my tabs here. If you don't have that, you can click the plus sign, search for leads. Oh, no, sorry. You're going to go to the plus sign, click customize my tabs, and then you can pull leads from this side over to this side if you want it in your tabs for easy access. If not, you can just click into the plus sign and click on leads, and that'll open leads. And so what you'll want to do is click new lead, and it'll pull up a blank form where you'll start filling things out. To save time, I already entered the information for this test lead. So just a couple things to note. You're going to want to make sure to have the lead status as open. You're going to definitely want to pick, where's this other one that's really important? The primary lead type as student. That differentiates it between a volunteer. And then you put in whatever information you have in the faxed or mailed or emailed application. So birthday, gender, address, which should pull up the affiliated CoChart office, phone number, email, if it's a patient or sibling. If it's a complete application, you'll put in the application complete date here. And then activities will be down here, release information down here, and anything else they include that you should put in. Well, one thing I didn't put into this one, which I'll add, is how you want to participate. And because we don't ask that question on the paper application, we're going to assume they want to do in-home lessons and clubs for now. So we'll go ahead and do that. So once you have all of the information saved here, then what we're going to want to do is convert them to a contact. So again, this is going to show this history that, you know, they started as a lead and then became an actual student. So again, you're only going to do this when we have the whole package, the application and the doctor's consent. So at that point, we're going to go ahead and, oh, I should also mention, we'll also check the doctor's consent received. And then we'll click convert. The one thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to pick the contact that you want it to create into. So we want to, it'll usually just be create new and then whatever the name of that particular contact is that we want. And then I think that is everything. Yeah, that should look good. The record owner should be the respective program manager. So we'll go ahead and convert, and hopefully this will work. Okay, so now we see that it's a contact, but you're going to want to now add in a couple of additional items here. So if there's any information you see on here that you didn't put in the last one, you'll want to enter it now. So I already see a few that are jumping out at me. You'll want to go to, oh, actually, the one thing I noticed right away, so it'll default them to an adult. You'll need to change it to student, and actually student application in progress if it's San Diego, because that means that Emily still wants to do the welcome call, but in LA and the Bay Area, you can make them be a student. So we'll assume that this is in Emily's region. And so now from here, we're going to add a couple things here. So we're going to add the parent guardian information. Parent guardian 2 if we have it, parent guardian language preference, the gender, the number of people in the household, click this if there's Spanish, ethnicity, language preference of the student, and then anything that didn't transfer over for the signature pages here, media consent here, referral source here, and then emergency contacts here. The activity should transfer over, so you would save this information. And then the rest of the steps should be familiar to you. So you'd create the medical information sheet. You'd fill out as much information as they have. You'd put that the doctor's consent is completed and the date, you know, everything here that you're used to seeing all of this. Then we would go back to the student, create their contact classification here as a student. And then that might be it, but I'll just double check. If they're siblings, of course, you'd connect them via the relationships. We aren't doing open activities anymore. You can put in a note if you want, especially for Emily, because Emily still does welcome calls. This family still needs a welcome call. Again, for Lizzie, Eric's region, and Desiree's region, we're not doing welcome calls. So I think that would be it. You might notice something that I forgot. If you do, please let me know, and obviously make sure to add that in, whatever I forgot. But I'm thinking this looks pretty good to me. So now we'll have that history of them starting and completing the process. And it'll be helpful for the marketing team as well. So I think that should be it. Please let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.